Guys, Joker, Folie À Deux. The sequel that nobody wanted or asked for. The 2019 Joker movie was already so great to the point where it didn't need a sequel, and it did not end with any hints for a continuation or anything. This sequel, however, feels like it's trying to cash in on its predecessor's box office success. And what did it get? Well, I'll tell ya what it gets. It gets what it effing deserves. A box office bomb that basically is the exact opposite of what the first movie is. And deservedly so. The entire film is essentially just a recap message of the first film's plot, with a little music note here and there, and all being padded by abysmal pacing that even the producers would have shame in making this sequel. So why do I hate this movie, you may be wondering? Well, this is my review on Joker, Folie À Deux, and why I think this sequel should never have happened. Before we start this video, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe, as well as hitting the bell icon to see more content. Thank you, and enjoy. Firstly, basically getting the big elephant out of the room. The whole film, it's a musical, which takes away everything that made the first so great. While it did make the first movie memorable, it's not here because it creates a weird clash of musical and psychological. There's even a scene of it in the trailer where Arthur and Quinzel dance on the court stairs, creating that iconic scene from the first film. But it's not seen anywhere in the film, so that was false advertising. What else sucks about this movie is its acting. It's all terrible. Lady Gaga is poorly miscasted as Harley Quinn, like as if she is trying to give this movie some energy, but instead feels like a 2-hour stage performance to show her off. Harley Quinn doesn't even look like anything like her appearance in the comics. Joaquin Phoenix as Arthur is okay sometimes, but he is laughably quiet and just shows that he doesn't want to be in this movie. And the background actors are forgettable due to being background audience members doing nothing but watch. The worst part about this movie is the story. Like, what is this movie about? Nothing makes sense here, as it's just a massive 2-hour recap episode of the first movie in case its audience did not know. And if you've seen that movie, you've basically already seen this. The whole film is just talking. That's it. There's no good action, and only some mildly interesting scenes happen very rarely. There's a little music note here and there, and it just ends there. The pacing in this movie is abysmal, since it makes the movie feel like a chore to sit through, especially when more people talk, as like I said above. So much in fact that I actually fell asleep during the film. A lot of the scenes take place in Asylum and the courtroom with no variety. The padding makes it worse than it already is, especially with Arthur's trial, just recapping the first movie with nothing else interesting. All the slow pacing makes the film have almost no energy. Adding to its slow pacing, its direction is also very poor as well, from Todd Phillips. It's like he was forced to sign up to direct the sequel, when actually he never wanted any reason to direct the movie. This is basically wasted talent from Todd, who directed the first, and you'd think with his creative art style with the said movie, he'd bring it to new levels in the sequel. But no, there's not a sign of any of its good colours, and it's mainly just black and gritty. What else this movie fails to achieve is never giving its characters any good development. It removes Arthur's Joker persona completely and instead gives it to a random inmate, like the film knew its audience have fully sympathized with Arthur from last time. You've also got Jackie, who tortures Arthur like an idiot and getting away with it. Harley Quinn isn't better either, due to treating Arthur as a tool and also getting away scot-free. Here's another negative that makes my blood boil. The ending is just atrocious. After Arthur is rejected by Lee and arrested again, he is told by one of the Arkham guards that he has a visitor. Arthur is then stopped by an inmate who is often seen in the background watching him. Then, out of nowhere, the inmate stabs Arthur to death, leaving him to bleed out. Then, that same inmate is seen making a smile to look like the Joker from The Dark Knight. But because this movie is standalone, this ending is just stupid, and the newly born Joker does not have any connection to the other Joker. What the heck were they even thinking here? The last thing that makes this movie forgettable, it's just an unneeded follow-up. The only reason this movie was made was because the first became a major box office hit, with over 1 billion and netted a huge profit due to its small budget. It has way too many issues to make it top-notch. Even the director did not want to do this movie, like I mentioned previously. The first should have been made and left there. That made an easy profit. This did not. There were no hinting of a sequel at the end of the 2019 movie, and we are not getting any sort of series in this film's universe. The only good part about this movie is its cinematography. That's it. At least the scenes with fire are pretty cool, and the dark shots combined with the camera angles are decent, and the lighting is more visible here. Still, as visually appealing as this movie is, it's not one that dances in this forgettable spotlight. Overall, my final opinion on Joker Folie À Deux, easily one of the worst movies I've seen this year so far, and is way, way worse than its predecessor. Joker Folie À Deux is the sequel we did not want. It's like the developers gave us this just to give a huge middle finger to every one of us that loved the first movie to death. That's just disrespectful. Everything in this movie is just garbage, including the story, the pacing / direction, the acting, the music notes, and the ending, with the cinematography having some eye-catching scenery and being the only redeeming aspect. This is just downright an abomination. And I'm not laughing. I will, however, laugh at the people that thought this would have shattered box office records and become just like the first movie. I actually don't want to talk about this movie anymore because it's actually making me angry. So overall, don't even bother with this one. Just watch its 2019 prequel instead. I'll never forget what the heck I just experienced here. What is your opinion on Joker, Folie À Deux? Do you also stand by me saying that this movie was terrible? What else caused this movie to become a big disappointment? And how would you compare it to other classical and cheesy superhero movies? Let me know in the comment section below, and also don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you are new, and hit that bell icon to see more content on my channel. Thanks for watching. A thinly written, emotionless story without a single note of its existence. Joker, Folie À Deux takes what made its first movie so great and adds an unneeded melodious tone to make it a laughable joke.